Whoa. $80,000 for this Toyota truck. But nowadays trucks are becoming luxurious. They need to do everything. And it was time for the Tundra to join the ranks of GM, Ford, Ram. Hey guys, it's Dave from POV Drives. Today we're taking a look at a 2023 Toyota Tundra Capstone. This is the fully redesigned Tundra from about 2022 when they redesigned it, completely facelifted this interior, the powertrains, and refreshed some of the exterior styling. This is the top trim Capstone, and it is paired to the new iForce Max hybrid powertrain, 437 horsepower, twin turbo V6 hybrid. We'll talk more about that as we look under the hood, but this is the top of the line trim. The Capstone starts at around $80,000 for this Toyota truck. As discussed, $80,000 gets you this lovely interior. We'll take a look around, but man, this is a striking interior from our good friends over in Japan, Toyota. But we'll start with a walk around. And first off the bat, you notice these power running retractable floorboards, which will fold out for you to get in and out of the truck. Pretty luxurious. So as mentioned, this is the Capstone, so it's supposed to be a more luxurious looking truck. It's painted in this magnetic gray metallic. Capstone includes features like those power running retractable floorboards, these 22-inch wheels. Not a lot of sidewall for a truck, and these are pretty large wheels. We'll get more into that as we discuss the ride quality. But this is a truck, and it does truck things. We have a 5.5-foot bed, the standard, I think they call it crew cab maybe, so the largest cab configuration with the short bed. This tailgate, as you notice, is not damped. Not as many features for a work truck as you'd expect compared to like a Ford F-150 with that measuring tape and some of the other cool features, but you do get this power retractable step up thing and a nice factory tonneau cover. I don't mind the non-power tailgate, but at 80 grand, I think people are expecting a little bit more luxury. But I think for a work truck or just a truck in general, why make it power? It's stupid. So we got Tundra spelled out in the rear. We got a nice big exhaust tip running out the back, chrome tipped. And we got these sort of 3 red LED lights down the side. They look pretty sharp. I see a lot of Tundras on the road, and it's definitely a distinctive factor. This gray works well with the chrome that you're seeing on the doors, around the window, Capstone down there, and with these 22-inch wheels that look okay. And last but not least, up front, big Tundra grille, pretty menacing on the road, but not too overstyled and obnoxious. And I like that you still get, because it's a hybrid, that signature Toyota blue in the badging, because otherwise, if you didn't know what iForce Max was, you would not really know this is a sort of hybrid truck, and we'll talk more about that when we get to the powertrain. But just a nice, good-looking truck. I'm a huge fan of these Tundras. It's nice to see Japan putting out some refresh products. So, got this nice back seat. Step up. Got the grab handles. So, getting inside, plenty of space behind myself. Probably over a foot of legroom. Lots of room to stretch out. Materials, seat, this two-tone white on gray looks excellent. Leather's high quality. A little bit of a driveline hump, but the problem with this back seat is this panoramic roof is impeding on headroom. I can't sit here at 5'9" in the middle, but even on the outboard seats, I have to be careful because I am brushing up. This roof kind of like slopes back and then up and down. It's not the best amount of headroom. I'm pretty shocked. You do get some privacy covers, and I just really like this two-tone capstone coloring, this black and this white leather. It's all high quality. A little scratchy down here as you get towards the speaker grills, but plenty of room. You get heated, cooled seats back here, USBs for charging, USB-Cs, and a normal, and a 12-volt power socket, 400 watts, very nice. Independent climate control fans. Just a nice place to be. And you do get cup holders. A little tough to get. There's no real way to get your hands in there, but you can fit the family back here for sure. And I do like this power retracting running board. I'm getting used to it. And this door opens so wide. You can definitely fit a child seat very easily. Not sure, those ISOFIX points are kind of buried in there though. So I don't know how easy it would be to get. Nice. All right, let's check out this interior. But before we do that, let's talk about this powertrain. 437 horsepower, 583 pound-feet of torque from a twin-turbo V6 hybrid powertrain. Those are not functional hood vents for the twin-turbo, but look at that. See that hybrid orange power cabling? Silky smooth, awesome powertrain. Very nice. I'm a big fan of this. Replaces the outgoing V8 and does an exceptional job. So this powertrain is mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission conventionally, but in between the transmission and the engine is a hybrid motor and a clutch pack. So essentially it's like a mild hybrid system, but this powertrain, or the hybrid powertrain, can run the car on electric in parking lots. I've done it. It's pretty cool. Apply a little bit of gas, and in a parking lot, you know, if you're not rushing around, using battery only, engine's off. It's pretty cool. And the transition between electric and gas, it's smooth. There's just a little bit of a noise from the engine switching on and off. And it's very torquey. There's power low from the electric motors that take over to get the vehicle on the off the line, and then the turbos spool up. And this twin turbo engine is torquey, has the power, passing power, towing capability. I think this can do about 13,000 pounds towing capacity. Not class leading by any means, but pretty impressive nonetheless. This is not a hybrid powertrain for fuel economy, but it does improve it by probably 1 mpg. Gets 19 mpg in the city, 22 on the highway. We are made to a 4-wheel drive optional system, 10-speed automatic transmission. So you still get those conventional shifts, and you get that capability from a 4-high, 4-low system controlled here. So quick look around this interior. Obviously massive screen, Apple CarPlay touchscreen, very responsive, very nice to see in a Toyota product. The native maps, very responsive. Not a ton to customize, but it works very well, very quick, very impressive. I like how it's integrated into the dash too. We still get physical climate controls. We get heated and cooled seats as well. I think it's 2-zone independent climate control, and then 3rd zone is controlled up here. These buttons are just very nice and high quality and exactly where you expect them to be. Down here in the center, you get a couple of truck specific buttons. You get easy access to a 360 camera overview that's typical in Toyotas. Stitches together 360 images. Looks pretty okay. Not the highest resolution, but It's good to have. And when you're driving around, you can also throw up the front and rear cameras with that button. Traction control, big hazard button. The mode for that adaptive variable suspension. So this comes with the adaptive load leveling suspension. So the four corners are adaptive to your drive mode, and then there's also leveling for the rear for loading cargo or getting the trailer set to the tow hitch on the back of the truck. So that's controlled by these two buttons. And then continuing down from those buttons, you get a nice meaty shifter, 360 camera, very high resolution, multiple different views you can go through. I really like to feel this shifter. You also get the manual shifting mode, 2 high, 4 low, selector, drive mode controls. You got Eco, Comfort, Normal, Sport S Plus, and a custom mode where you can dial in a couple of features like powertrain, suspension, and steering. We're going to start off in comfort. Now, this interior materials are very nice, lots of leather, lots of attention to detail, a nice contrast of white and fake wood and black leather, and just everything is mostly high quality, very nice for a Toyota product. It is pricey, no doubt, but I think it's pretty striking. Digital rear view mirror. Yeah, panoramic sunroof with a nice sunshade, lets in a lot of light, really looks good on this white on black seats, which are extremely comfortable. Power adjustment, lumbar adjustment. A nice deep center console storage with a lot of ways you can use different storage areas. I like this. Looks very nice, this wood veneer. Nice center cup holders. 2 more back there. Nice glove box. There's some extra door storage kind of right under here where you put your handle. And last but not least, the center gauge cluster. We also get a heads-up display, but lots of information can go through on this side. My trailer, audio, navigation, fuel economy, messages, all that good stuff. Just overall, a very practical, easy to use Toyota truck. All right, enough about the car. Let's take it on a drive. So overall, Toyota has done an excellent job bringing the Toyota into the modern age. Let's see how it drives and compares to its competitors and my thoughts on it. I'm a big fan of this truck. I'm glad to see Toyota is putting out competitive products. It is pricey, no doubt. And I love that shifter. So much better than F-150s. So we've driven probably about 200 miles so far in this Tundra, and the powertrain is a sweetheart. It's sad to see V8s go away, but this powertrain delivers on more fuel efficiency, somehow more torque, and it's just as buttery smooth. I haven't driven this standard detuned 347 horsepower or whatever, 380 tuned up twin turbo V6, but this hybrid max powertrain is nice. It's smooth. The shifts from that 10-speed are imperceptible. The transition from electric to gasoline is not noticeable other than the engine turning on, and it's not intrusive when it does. Braking takes a little bit to get used to, but it's a good balance of regenerative and, all right, they don't want to go. Good balance of regenerative braking and conventional braking. The engine also makes a nice sound. Some of it is pumped in, especially when you get into it, but it just sounds like a nice meaty truck. Steering has a good weight to it, very artificial, but it's nice for a truck. I feel like the turning radius on this truck isn't too terrible for the size of it. It does have a shorter bed. And going over these bumpy sections of road, let's talk about ride quality. I would say this is a ride quality of a truck, or ride quality in a truck I would like better than the F-150 that I've driven. It's less bouncy, it's a little bit firmer, but it definitely gets busy over these bumps. These 22-inch wheels are not doing this justice with the lack of sidewall, and that rear suspension definitely gets a little bit upset over bumps. But on the highway, around town, on good pavement, very nice, very comfortable. Paired with this powertrain, it's a very luxurious truck experience. We're gonna switch over to just normal and go off the line once this Q7 gets the heck out of the way. We'll put it in brake hold and we'll just floor it. Little slip. So a little bit delay off the line, but once everything put the power down, you had the battery come in, get you the torque off the line. As soon as the battery power depletes, then you go over to the turbos and the engine takes over from there while the electric continues to assist. But it's a very smooth, very muscly powertrain, and I'm a big fan of it. It is interesting to see the battery kind of get the truck off the line, and then this wallop of power as the turbos take over and shoot the truck further off the line. As you saw right there, 10-speed down shifted very quickly. The electric filled that gap, and then the turbos took over, and it shoots. There's very little delay. Power is available. It's kind of like a diesel mixed with a conventional turbocharged engine. The diesel, lots of torque at the line, and then the turbos take over at the higher RPMs and speeds. So while we have a chance, visibility, mirrors are pretty large on both sides. The A pillars are a little bit thick. B pillars are not too bad. C pillars are good. Lots of glass in here though, but it's a truck. You're not getting a ton of visibility, but lots of camera angles and views to make sure you're not running over the Starbucks parking lot or little children. All right. Brakes are good. Shave off the speed very nicely. And I like this drive mode switch. It's bright and easy. Reach allows you to go between the different modes, adjust your suspension on the fly, adjust your power capabilities and performance. Very nice, very nicely implemented. It's a nice chunky button too. We don't get any 4 auto modes like we would in the TRD or any terrain selection modes. But I think this works for the customer that this is entailed for. Fuel economy is okay in this truck. As you can see, we've been averaging about 16.9 to 17 mpg, depending on how excited I get with my right foot. Ratings are 19 in the city, 22 in the highway. I have a feeling because of the weather being 36 degrees, the powertrain is not performing as well because of a hybrid, but it's also a massive 4-wheel drive brick going down the road and stuff. It's not the most fuel efficient option out there, But compared to the old Tundra, where we're seeing high teens here, that V8 would probably be getting much lower, towards like 10 or 11. Let's try 4 high. Let the car switch over. Throw into Sport S Plus. Manual shift. And see how we handle a corner. Just very smooth, very muscly power. The truck pulls and pulls and pulls. This hybrid powertrain definitely delivers a muscle truck experience when you get into it, but I think it's also nice at low speeds when the engine shuts off and you can crawl around a parking lot or crawl off the line and transition nicely from electric to gas. Let's do it anyways. Whoa. And one of my favorite things, you throw this into S mode. Bang out the rev limiter. And there we go. That was fun. Let's settle things down. Normal drive mode. Car quiets down. Very little wind noise on the highway. Nice isolation from the frame below us. We do get radar cruise control, lane tracing assist. Let's set that. It's not the best system. Toyota doesn't do a great job, but it'll steer you in your lane. Definitely will accelerate a little bit too fast once it gets an opening and not slow down quick enough when a car pulls out in front. But it's nice to have. Like being able to view the back seat, or sorry, the truck bed. But yeah, a nice, comfortable highway cruiser. So overall, the Tundra finally brought into the modern age. The other Tundra is getting long in the tooth, very reliable, very potent V8. Just a great truck for being a truck in terms of reliable and capable. But nowadays trucks are becoming luxurious. They need to do everything. And it was time for the Tundra to join the ranks of GM, Ford, Ram. So speaking of them, we got the Ram 1500, more efficient diesel available, much more button-down ride quality. They have available 4-corner suspension, air suspension. Does use similar independent front and rear coil spring suspension, but the Ram's is tuned to be a little bit more luxurious, more comfortable. And you can go crazy with the TRX Ram and get a supercharged V8. And it probably have a little bit more payload and towing capability. The Ford F-150 is the, the sweetheart of the full-size truck, pickup truck space. You got all powertrains from low power V6s to a high power supercharged V8 in the Raptor R, and everything in the middle, a hybrid, a higher output V6, and just more towing capability. I think it goes up to like 16,000 pounds for towing and a higher payload. I like the interior of this. I like the handling of this better. It feels more muscly. I like what the Hybrid Max brings to the table. If you're going to be buying a truck, are you really looking for fuel economy? You're looking for that just extra grunt. And to bridge the gap between a V8 and a V6, I think the Max does a good job. Is it worth it? Well, that's up to you if you want to spend the extra. You can get this in lower trims, like the TRD, the Platinum. might be the option to go. This Capstone, especially with these wheels, is not the best option. And there's an old Tundra, looking good. As someone who enjoys trucks, I don't really know if I'd purchase one of these even in the lower trims, but I really have enjoyed my time with it. I think this interior is wonderful. I think just the con for me is unnecessarily needing a truck. And I think I'll talk more about that in another video that I'm putting up on the channel, but let me know your thoughts. Would you own a truck? Or would you just stick with like a 3-row SUV or even a body-on-frame SUV? Not a lot of them out there. You still have the Sequoia and stuff, as well as like the Armada and other options out there. But let me know your thoughts. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a like and subscribe, and I will see you all on the next one.